How's it going, guys? I'm your host Korban Gaming and welcome back to a very special DragonFable video. So by popular demand, it's finally here. As you guys can tell from the title and thumbnail of the video already, my Dragon Coin spending guide inside of DragonFable. So keep in mind that at the end of the day, this is your money. Don't let anyone else tell you how you should be spending your Dragon Coins. If you really like that one item, despite what other people may tell you, go ahead and get the item, Don't let myself or anyone else tell you for that matter how you should be spending your Dragon Coins. This is a guide targeted for people who are lost, who don't know what to do with their Dragon Coins. If you already have an idea of what you want to do with your own Dragon Coins, then go ahead and spend them on whatever you like. Alright, so the information inside of this video is accurate at the time of this recording, which is on 10th September 2021. The time at which you may be watching this video may be weeks, months, or even years down the road. So do keep that in mind that the video may or may not be outdated by the time you watch it, because the game does receive updates every single week. Also, this is a opinionated list, which means to say that all of this is based off my own opinion. There is no 100% right or wrong opinion on how to spend your Dragon Coins, so do keep that in mind. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. My number one pick for spending your Dragon Coins has to be on Dragon Coin classes. So most of the classes that you want to buy with your Dragon Coins, at least the ones that are recommended by me, you can find them by going right or Falcon Reach. Okay, it doesn't matter which book Falcon Reach you are in, it will be in the same place. So you want to head into Scythes shop over here. Alright, and then you want to go all the way to the left hand side in order to access the classes. If you're not sure which class you should get, then you can go ahead and check out my class tier list. Okay, I will have the link to that document down in the description below. You guys can go ahead and see which class is good for what. If you want a class for warring, if you want a class for farming, or if you want a class for bossing. Okay, I have different tiers for each of the classes, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. My personal recommendation, number one, will be K2 Adept Armor. Definitely this class is good for a lot of things, okay, and it's one of the top few classes inside of the game. Entropy is a pretty decent class as well. It does have pretty high mana costs. Pyromancer, really good class, but quite a steep learning curve. If you know how to use the class properly, then it can be a really powerful bossing class. Icebound Revenant, not that great right now. I wouldn't advise on buying this. Okay, Ancient Exosuit, really strong defensive class. You guys can go ahead and get this for bossing as well. Chicken Cow Armor, you can get it for free, so I wouldn't recommend you to buy this at all. Dimensional Transphaser and Aspenville Academy Uniform, they are joke armors, so don't waste your Dragon Coins on them either. Evolved Chicken Cow Armor, not a great armor, would not recommend buying it also. So apart from the armors listed here, there is also one other armor that you can buy for Dragon Coins, and that is the Chaos Weaver class. So the fastest way to access the Chaos Weaver class is through your Book of Lore. Go to Book 3, End of Magic, Timeline. You want to scroll all the way to the right side here, click on Just Chillin', go to Raven Lost, and then here on this screen you want to go down to, go to the left one, go to the upper left, and then head inside this house, and then all you have to do is just wait here. Now, in order to access this class, firstly, you need to have completed the entire Tomix saga, and on top of that, you also need to be at least level 50 in order to access and buy the class. If you have not met both of these requirements, then you will be unable to go ahead and get the Chaos Weaver class. Now, you need to wait in this room for approximately 22 seconds, and then this thing will appear over here. Click on Enter. And once you are here, you'll be brought into the Fire Paradigm, which is where you'll be able to buy the class. Alright, so Secundus, you want to click on Chaos Weaver, and then you can go ahead, nope, not this, Chaos Weaver Garment. Okay, so click on the first one, and here you can buy the Chaos Weaver Armor for 1,800 Dragon Coins. Chaos Weaver Armor is one of the best armors that you can buy for Dragon Coins inside the game, and I'll highly recommend it apart from K2 Adept Armor. My next recommendation would be the Armor Closet house item. So in order to get this item, you obviously first need to have a house. And in order to have a house, yes, you do need to have a Dragon Amulet. So you want to go to your house, and all houses will have this Scythes orb over here. You want to go up to it, click on Buy House Items. Under Dragon Coin Shops, click on Stuff. Scroll all the way to the bottom of the list, and here you can find Armor Closet house item. Okay, so it costs 1,000 Dragon Coins, and once you have bought it, you want to equip it anywhere inside of your house in order to begin using it. So the purpose of this item is it acts as more of a convenience item more than anything else, in my opinion. It allows you to equip all of your different armors from one location, so you actually don't have to jump to different locations in order to equip different armors. On top of that, one practical use for it is that you can access your seasonal armors any time of the year. You don't have to wait until the season is around. Like for example, if I can access my Evolved Pumpkin Lord armor, I can access my Frost Moglin armor any time of the year. I don't have to wait until Frostvale, I don't have to wait until Mogloween in order to access those armors. Keep in mind that while you do not need to have the armors fully trained in order to have them show up here, you do need to at least have the armors unlocked in order to have them show up as equipable classes in your armor closet. So my next recommendation is another house item, and you can get this item from your Book of Lore over here. Going to the top right hand corner, you have the shops tab, click on it, and under house utility items you want to click on purchase, and here is the item. Storybook Collection, 5,000 dragon coins. It is the single most expensive DC item in the entire game, tied with the anniversary Scythes, which I'll go through in a little bit. Now 5,000 dragon coins is nothing to scoff at. It is quite a hefty price, but I assure you this item is worth it. You can get this item for a discount at a 50% discount during Black Friday, which means during Black Friday this item will only cost you 2,500 dragon coins. I highly recommend everyone to wait until Black Friday before purchasing this item, because it can save you a bunch of dragon coins. Now once you get the item, in order to use it you have to go to your house and equip the item anywhere inside of your house in order to use it. What this item does is that it allows you to access any seasonal event at any time of the year, so you don't have to wait until that particular season comes around before being able to access the event. I can access my Hero's Heart Day, I can access Lucky Day, I can access Mogloween, I can access Frostvale, I can access Thanks-taking anytime I choose. And this is very, very helpful if, for example, you have some stuff that you want to get from that particular season but you haven't been able to get it, and you don't want to wait until that season comes around again. Then you can make use of this item to get around that. Or maybe you still haven't finished training up some particular seasonal class and you want to finish training it up while you have some spare time when it's not during that holiday season. Then you can buy this item and train up the class whenever you like. The anniversary scythes are weapons that come around during the month of DragonFable's birthday every single year, which is the month of June, and you will be able to find them inside of your Book of Lore when it comes around. So there is a different design scythe every single year, and what's good about these scythes are that they consist of not one, not two, but a whopping 8 different elements. Now, the difference between each year's scythe usually lies in the damage range. Okay, it's usually off by just a little bit, but for the most part, they are quite similar in terms of damage range. And on top of that, another difference is that sometimes it may come with the nature element and sometimes it comes with the stone elements. But for the other elements, it's the same. You get water, ice, fire, energy, light, dark, and wind. Alright, so one other thing to note is that the scythes, the DA versions of the scythes, cost 500 dragon coins each, but the DC versions of the scythes, or the non-DA versions of the scythes, actually cost 5,000 dragon coins each. That's right, guys, you heard me right. So this is tied with the Storybook Collection for the most expensive item, DC item inside of the entire game. I highly recommend everyone to buy the DA version of the scythe because it is just 10 times cheaper, and it is not worth spending 5,000 dragon coins to buy a non-DA version of the scythe, unless for some very weird reason you are one of those players who spends money on dragon coins but still does not have a dragon amulet. So I highly recommend everyone to go ahead and get a dragon amulet before buying the scythe of the elements. On top of compressing 8 elements, it is also one of the best weapons inside of the game in terms of damage and in terms of stats as well. Though it does not provide all resist, it is a very, very powerful weapon, and you can use this in place of all of your 8 other elemental weapons, saving you a ton of inventory space. Some examples of weapons or items with good specials include the monthly DC Thor Sprout weapons, the May the 4th Star Swords, as well as the 4th of July Unity and North weapons. On top of that, there is also another seasonal item which you can get, and that is from the Lucky Day Storybook. So if you don't have a Storybook collection, then you have to wait until Lucky Day comes around before you can get this item, and you want to go to Chapter 8 and go to the Lucky Hammer DC shop. Now here you can, you definitely want to buy the level 10 version, which is the cheapest version, because they both give you the same exact special effect, which is extra 10% critical damage. But the lowest level version is 400 DCs cheaper than the highest level version. Since you're not using the weapon for stats, then you definitely want to get the lowest level version. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that sometimes for the monthly DC weapons, they cost the same regardless of their level, and that is when you want to get the highest level version. Only if the highest level version and the lowest level version costs the same. If the lowest level version costs a lesser amount of dragon coins, then you want to pick up the lowest level version because you're only using the item for its special effects. Other permanent items with good specials inside the game that you can consider getting. First one is from Scythes shop. You can go from this. You can come here from any book Falcon Reach and then go right one screen, walk up to Scythes, access his weapon shop, and then you want to scroll all the way to the bottom to get the cheapest or the lowest level version of this item, which is the Scythes Hamster series of weapons. The lowest level one, I believe, is level 15. It only costs 175 dragon coins, and there's a small chance using the attack button to inflict minus 100 void on your enemies for 49 turns, or minus 10 void on your enemies for 49 turns when used in the inn at the edge of time. The next item that I want to talk about is can only be accessed from book 1 or book 2 Falcon Reach. You want to go to Falcon Reach, and then afterwards you want to go down one screen, go down another screen, and walk over here to Merchant Cyan, click on Dragon Knight Relics, and all of these items are really good to pick up because they provide a massive damage boost against any dragon kind monsters. In fact, it is the strongest dragon damage boosting item inside of the entire game, so I definitely recommend you guys to go ahead and pick this up. I recommend picking up the highest level version for this item because for this item you have to equip the item. You cannot have the special just slotted, so you definitely want to get the highest level version for this item. And my very last recommendation would be bag or bank space. So in order to increase your bag space, you have to go to your book of lore, click on shops, and on the bottom left hand corner here, you can click on increase bag space. So the first 10 slots are only 100 dragon coins each, very cheap, recommend you to buy all of them. Next 5 bag slots costs 300 dragon coins each, recommend you guys to buy all of them as well. And the last few slots will cost a whopping 500 dragon coins each, which is quite a steep price if you ask me. So another thing that you may want to consider getting is the bank space. I recommend buying bag space over bank space simply because having more bag space means that you can equip your items whenever without going to the bank. The bank space, okay, it works on a similar system as the bag space. So the first 10 bank slots are 100 DCs each, next 5 is 300 DCs each, and then the last few are going to be 500 DCs each. Alright, so increasing your space will obviously allow you to store more items. Keep in mind that Dragon Amulet and Dragon Coin items can all be stored for free inside of the bank, but of course you want to have more items for easy access or for gear swapping during fights, then you want to go ahead and buy more bag space. Right, so some of you guys might actually be wondering why I did not include the X boosters or the DC Dragon Child, as I know that many of you guys probably consider those as good items to buy for your DCs as well. In my humble opinion, I do feel that once you have played the game long enough, you won't run into trouble with leveling, you won't run into trouble with gold, and you'll definitely have your dragon maxed out one day, you know, even with just using the free Dragon Child. So I do not think that those are actually worthwhile purchases, simply because once you play the game long enough, you will have all of those items eventually, and there's really no point in trying to get them, you know, a little bit sooner by wasting your premium currency on them. And that is going to do it for my Dragon Coin spending guide, guys. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Do you think I left out any items that you guys feel are worthwhile purchases? Do let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys found this video helpful, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to this channel if you guys would like to see more of such future content. Till the next time, I'm your host Korriban Gaming. Peace out.